How you doing, sports fans?
What's going on, guys?
Welcome to another episode of J&J Sports Talk Podcast. So how you doing today?
I'm good, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just living the dream. Living the dream. So what we got today?
Well, I want to talk about, we went to the game this week, the Florida Vanderbilt game. What'd you think?
Oh man, it was a blast. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it. I had a great time. And the Vandy boys, they won. So that's always a plus.
Well, once again, I was the only player and I'm the only fan in the stadium that was wearing Tennessee stuff. But
yeah, you walked in and the people checking the bags at the gate was like, Tennessee's not even here. So I thought that was kind of funny.
yeah, but at that point we were ranked number one, and when you're ranked number one, you can do that. So it was a good game.
Yeah, Rigdon got that homer the ninth inning, so that was good.
Well, I'd have liked to have been live there, and I'm sure we're going to insert some pictures and stuff like that on this podcast from that game. So we're going to pause. Let's give it a pause so that we can, when we edit the video, that we can throw that in there. What do you say?
Okay.
All right. So here's your pictures. Had a game of catch yesterday out in the backyard.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Yeah, that's always a lot of fun.
That was nice. I'm a little sore from it now.
That's all right. It gets better.
Yes, it does.
It's worth it. It's fun. Playing catch with your dad, especially as a son, doing anything with your dad is a lot of fun. It's just that bonding moment.
Well, my son-in-law, Ben, after we came in yesterday, had me listen to a song about playing catch with his dad.
Oh.
And it says something like the dad was playing catch up, but the son was just playing catch.
Oh, wow.
And
that's strong.
It was good. It was a good song. I don't even remember who he said sang it, but I listened to it and it was really good. Tennessee got swept
by Texas A&M.
By A&M. Yeah, so wow. Now we're number 4.
5.
Oh, we dropped again?
No, yeah, y'all are 5.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we'll have to battle back up.
Yep.
Who do y'all got coming up?
Man, we got Oklahoma coming up. We just blew Dayton out 9-2. It was a good game. RJ Austin did good. Rigdon did good. And I forget his name.
Well, anyway,
number 10. He did. I forget his name, but
so I watched the Florida State game last night.
That is one I didn't watch, but I wanted to. But it was
a good game. Right. Well, it was a good game. Florida won it. There was a 3-run homer in the 5th that really kind of sealed the deal for the Gators. I mean, Florida State came back and scored a couple runs after that, but it was that 3-run homer that really kind of sealed the deal. It was a good game.
I wonder if it was Heyman that hit it. I don't know. I don't want to.
I don't remember. I don't remember who hit it. But now we got some news to talk about. NCAA March Madness is over now. Florida Gators won it all. Kind of surprised me. I really thought Houston was going to do it.
They were going to.
Yeah, they were up by 12 at 8 at halftime.
Yeah.
And then they got up by 12, and Florida came back on them.
Yeah.
Came back in a big fashion. That poor guy that last play for Houston, where he went up to shoot the shot. Florida was coming in to block it, and he just dropped the ball so that he wouldn't travel with it. He's going to relive that for the rest of his career. He's going to relive it and relive it and relive it and think of what he could have done. Honestly, I can't blame the guy for doing what he did. So, I mean, there's really no fault. It's the way the ball bounces sometimes.
Yep. So, sometimes that's it.
It's the nature of sports.
Yep. And what else? The Celtics beating, who did they play?
They beat the Knicks last night in overtime.
Yep.
Jason Tatum hit a big three right at the end of regulation to tie it up. And then the Knicks came down and had like 2 seconds and threw up a three and missed it. So they went into overtime. And the Knicks have a better overtime record as far as, winning in overtime. But the Celtics pulled it out. They pulled it out.
I tell you what,
it was good.
The Celtics are going to go.
I don't think they are. I don't think they are this year. I would like to see it. Perziga or whatever his name is for the Celtics played for the Knicks, so he was playing his old team. That was interesting.
Yeah,
because they really double teamed him and made him really uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the Lakers are in trouble because you got LeBron James and Luka out with a growing injury.
Right.
So
shout out to my Tennessee boy Dalton Connect. He's still with them, and he's still making a little bit of noise as a rookie. So yeah, shout out to Dalton.
There you go.
Proud of you, buddy.
But so I saw something the other day. It kind of made me think. It kind of I was like, that makes sense. It said, and I'm thinking back, going, LeBron James, and you got Luka for the
Lakers.
For the Lakers that are out with a growing injury right now. You've got people that have bad attitudes on and off the field. I saw something, and it said, if you're a good player but rarely available to the team due to like injuries, whether you have a bad attitude off the field and you get in trouble in any sport, it's for any sport, you're just as bad as the worst player on the team.
Yep. Chain's only as strong as its weakest link.
Right. So you sports, you ball players out there, baseball, basketball, football, whatever, represent your state, your county, your
team,
school, your team
by being available.
By being available and have a genuine attitude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't go out here causing trouble.
Every coach in the world loves a big home run hitter, loves the big home runs. But I tell you what, I think every one of them would trade that home run hitter for someone that gets on base regularly because he knows he can count on that player.
Yeah. And you know what? I think we were talking at the Vanderbilt, Florida game. I think baseball has probably the most genuine players with genuine attitudes.
Well, it's a different breed of player. I don't really know how to word it. You can just see it. They're more team oriented and more
I think
focused on the game.
I think baseball players are more passionate still to this day than any other sport.
I don't know about passionate. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, they care about each other.
Yeah.
Even players that get traded to different teams that played together on, at one time, they still have that connection. They still have that bond, and they care about each other. You know, so you have more antics on the field than you do any other sport. You know, they joke around more, they play around more, they know how to get serious too, but it's still a lighthearted sport.
Right. And you know, it's so funny because my wife and I were talking yesterday, and she goes, you know, baseball is the only sport to where you can get away with slapping another man on the butt.
It does happen a lot in baseball. It happens a lot in football too. Basketball, not as much, but yeah. I mean,
because it's a sign of good job. It's a sign of, you know, well done.
Well, okay. Baseball is still the only sport where if I get up to bat and you're playing center field and I hit one to the fence, I mean, it's heading out, and you rob me of that home run. It's the only sport where the batter still tips his hat to the fielder and says, hey, that was a good play.
Yeah.
You did something right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, baseball is just a different breed of sport. So,
and I think I've gotten more into baseball this past couple years than football.
Well, there's a reason it's not America's national pastime. You know, football is probably the most watched, but there's something about baseball that keeps you coming back. You know, and it makes you proud to be a spectator, a player, a connoisseur, or even just the run-of-the-mill, hey, I like the Cincinnati Reds. Don't know anything about them, but I like them. You know, it's just one of those, it's that sport.
Right.
You know, last week we talked about how we appreciated our wives for supporting us and being passionate along with us. And they went to the game with us.
They did.
You know,
they did, absolutely.
And they had a good time. We had a good time. It was just fun. But
I like that my wife, you know, wanted to go to the game, because she told me the other day, she goes, yeah, I think I'm a Georgia fan for football and a Vandy fan for baseball. And I was like, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. You know, I'm a Vandy fan. But
if you're going to bleed one color.
You know what? You know, I'll take it. You know,
I'll shout out to Audrey, shout out to Jill for supporting us in this and letting us do our thing. You know, just have a little bit of time. Yeah, shout out to them. So what you got on the list there, buddy?
So we're going to talk a little bit about professional baseball. I know we talked a lot of. I know
that.
I know. I know we talked a lot about baseball this podcast, but you know what? It's baseball season.
It is here, guys.
It's here, and it's in full swing right now. So we're gonna talk some baseball. I tell you what. So I've already got my MVP picks.
Okay.
At my number one MVP pick right now is because this player is absolutely insane. The Cubs got him from the Giants. Absolutely insane. Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker has 52 at-bats with 17 hits. He has 14 runs, 16 RBIs. He averages .327. And he has 5 home runs, 3 steals. And like you know, I'm looking at his averages, and they range from .364, 491, 795, and it's just a slashing batting average right now.
I'll tell you, I think, I know I've said him before, but I think Ohtani's going to win the MVP again.
He's beating Ohtani right now.
Well, I realize that, but I told you about the Padres too, and you didn't believe me. I'm telling you, Ohtani's going to win the MVP. I'm not. I've become a fan, guys. I like him. I like the man.
I like Ohtani too. He's a great player.
I like De La Cruz, Cincinnati, but Ohtani, he is not.
Yeah, Ohtani, he has an eye for he recognizes the pitch.
Well,
he has an accurate eye, like and he's what he's just all around a great guy to have on your team. But and then I got
speaking the English very well though.
Yeah, he doesn't really speak at all. I've seen him smile a lot, but I don't
I've heard him on a couple of interviews, and he doesn't speak English very well, but that's okay. We still love him. We think he's a great ball player.
But Ohtani right now it has 45 at bats with 14 hits. He
311 batting average.
311 batting average.
For a pitcher, that is insane.
That is insane.
But see, now there's another thing. Okay, baseball. If a team in basketball, if a team shoots 42% from the field, we say that's a pretty good game.
Mm-hmm.
They had a pretty good average.
Yeah.
Baseball, if you get one hit out of three, that's a 300 average, 333 actually. That's amazing. That's a great player. So
means you got on base one time. Good job.
One time out of three. Where else is that? Is that okay? If a quarterback throws one good pass out of three, he's junk. You hit one shot out of three in baseball, you're junk. I mean, in basketball, you're junk. Only in baseball. Only in baseball. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And so Ohtani, I got Ohtani as my second one. He also has 2 stolen bases and 4 home runs this season so far. But the guy I'm going to be looking at, I tell you what, it's from the Padres. It's Padres. I can't believe it. A guy I'm going to be looking at this year is from the Padres.
I'm telling you, they're going to jump up and bite somebody this year.
Jackson Muriel. This guy.
He is good. Yes, he is.
This guy has 37 at-bats. He a .378, almost a 400 batting average.
Mm-hmm.
He has 10 runs batted in and 1 stolen base. So he may not be a base stealer.
He's above average.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be looking at him this year because I like him. It's like I said, the Padres of all teams. I honestly think it's going to be the Cubs and the Padres in the NLDS. I hate to say it. I'm a huge Dodgers fan, like I said in previous podcasts. But yeah, I think it's because of Kyle Tucker, the Cubs are definitely going to be in the playoffs this year. And that's what I stand by. Kyle Tucker, he's going to beat Ohtani. He's good. His stats are showing it. So, but yeah. Also, don't forget. You got anything to say about MLB?
It's here. It's time. Let's get the game on. Let's hit the field. Put me in, coach.
Let's do it.
So, let's look at some of the football because we got draft coming up at the end of this month.
Yep.
Still watching Sanders and still watching Hunter.
Yeah, I'm definitely still watching Sanders and Hunter. The draft is April 24th.
Yeah,
So
24th to the 26th, I believe.
Do the 26th, yeah. So it's coming up. So I was reading Sanders and Travis Hunter went to the NFL. What was it?
Pro Day.
Pro Day, yeah. And the Titans GM, Mike Borgonzi was there. And they interviewed him, and excuse me. And he said that Sanders threw the ball well. And he said that Hunter is everything that is on film. He's every bit of it.
He's every bit of it, what he's advertised as. He's the real deal.
And it's funny because during the interview, he said he's the twitchiest athlete that he's ever seen. And I was like, you know what? I can't disagree. I mean, he's the
real deal. I believe that. I mean, anytime you're talking about a player that can play both sides of the ball in college and be good enough to play both sides of the ball in the NFL, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
You know, there was another guy that did that, and I believe his name was let's see, Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
You know, the man was an athlete.
Yep.
He's an athlete. And
Georgia boy.
Sort of how I look at Travis Hunter. I think he's an athlete. He plays ball. He impresses you any way you look at it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I really hope in my heart and my soul that the Titans go ahead and grab Hunter. I don't think they will, but I really hope that they do, just because of the potential that's there.
Yeah.
Yes, Shadur Sanders, he's got the backing of his dad. He's got, you know, the pedigree and all that. That doesn't always pan out.
Right.
You know.
And I think, so the Titans has the first pick in the draft. They go first. And the Titans need a quarterback, an edge rusher, and a receiver.
Well, they've got, what's his face from Kentucky?
Levis?
Yes, Levis. And they were so big on Levis. And I told all my Titans fans that I talked to. Now I'm not opposed to the Titans or anything like that. I pull for them because they're Tennessee boys, and
yeah,
you know,
they're
so I pull for them. But I told them when they got Levis that he wasn't as good as everyone was cracking him up to be. He wasn't as advertised.
Yeah.
Hunter is as advertised.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know exactly what you're going to get. So yeah, they do need a quarterback. Levis is a great backup quarterback. I don't think he's ready to be a starter yet, but I don't think Shadur Sanders is the one they need. They can hold off for a later round, maybe even trade up. I just don't think Shadur Sanders would be a fit for the Titans.
I think so. Because the Titans are also looking at Cam Ward.
Yes, they are, and that'd be he would be a good fit for them. But they'll have to do some trading to get him.
But so I'm thinking probably the Titans will go ahead and get Travis. And if they get Travis, I think they need to get Shadur Sanders because they're a duo.
I think the Titans are going to get Cam Ward. But they're going to trade up for somebody. Whoever gets, they may try to do some backyard deals to see about getting Sanders or Hunter. I don't think they'll get both by any means. Both of them are going to go pretty quick. So it's going to be a lot of shady deals to get to that point. But I think the Titans will probably go ahead and get Cam Ward. And they should. That's not a losing bet by any means.
Right. And we'll talk more on the draft in later videos. But I just gotta talk about this real quick. Did you see the new bats?
Can't say I have.
The torpedo bats?
Can't say I have.
So these things, one of the players from the Cardinals has got one of these bats already, and they're like a normal bat on the bottom
at the base.
At the base, and then they go up and they get thick, and instead of staying thick, it goes back to thin.
In the barrel?
In the barrel. So, and supposedly these bats, I looked it up, these bats are supposed to have a better point of contact than the old style now bats, you know.
Watch yourself with the old style. Watch it.
Hey, I say, hey, let's keep the old style. You know, don't change.
Well, now they analyze every part of your swing. They analyze every part of your stance. They analyze everything about everything. And there's a lot of good in that, but it takes a lot of the game out of the game.
Right. Exactly.
You know, when I was coming up, the big thing was always keep your back elbow up, keep it, level. Now it's sort of like they do with golf. They virtual reality it, and AI it, all the way down to your grip, to your how far up on the bat you should choke up, what kind of swing you have, how much power you're generating, and I'm just like, you know what, man.
The speed of your swing.
You're taking the game out of the game.
Yeah.
Let's not make it a computer-generated swing.
Well, now everything is
taking natural ability out of the game.
Yeah. Well, nowadays everything is all computer-generated and it's all technology and.
Yes, it is.
But this is a sports podcast. We don't get into all that.
The days of the great Bambino are gone.
Yeah. But
Now that's something else. Now we're going to talk a little old school here. I saw a thing that said, Babe Ruth, as good as he was, Hank Aaron, as good as he was, Jackie Robinson, all the names, Lou Gehrig, all the players of old wouldn't stand a chance in today's baseball game because people didn't throw 100 miles an hour in those days.
Mm-hmm.
The bats were different, the balls were different, everything was different. They've changed the game to a point to where the founders of the game would no longer recognize it. And they've done that with many sports.
Oh, yeah, many sports.
Football players, they'd see today's helmets and be like, what in the world? So
they'd be like, that's too much weight.
Change is a good thing, but I think you need to keep your roots. Hitting a baseball 400 yards used to seem like an unsurmountable thing. Now you hit a baseball at 400 yards, it's just another play in the game.
It's just another home run, yeah.
Yep. So does it enhance or deter from the game? What do you think?
So I don't.
Y'all be sure to tell us what you think down
below,
too. I think that it deters from the game. I think it takes away from the game. Now you don't have to have natural talent to be on a professional baseball team. You gotta have some talent. Don't get me wrong. Don't take that the wrong way. But you can be taught talent.
Right. You can. That's where the coaches.
There's not as much natural. Oh my gosh, he's just born to play in the MLB. He's born to play in the NFL. He's born to play in the NBA. It's all choreographed. It's all.
So this is what I think. I grew up in an era where baseball was already changing. Okay, so.
Well, in a sense, I did too. But
in my personal opinion, I don't think it deters from the game. But I do think that all of the now I'm a big person on stats. I like stats. I like, seeing how players are doing with numbers. But I personally think the more showboat you have, the more I think it's all about showboating, and I think it's all about business, and I think it's all
about business.
Money.
Yes.
But I don't think it deters from the game. But I also don't think it makes it better. I'm kind of stuck on that fine line.
Well, I liked it. It's been many years since I've been a young boy, but I liked it when we went out into the backyard and just played a game of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
As simple as it was. Pitch the ball, hit the ball, run. Catch the ball, throw the ball, tag them out. That was the game.
Right.
Football, the same way. Go out and play in the backyard. Play a game of football. Catch the ball, run the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball, score a touchdown. Tackle the person that has the ball. That was the game. Basketball, same way. And now kids play these games on computers and on Xbox and PlayStation and all those other platforms. And there just isn't any more, let's just go out in the backyard and have a game of catch or have a game of baseball or,
right.
It's gone away.
I'd tell you what, I would much rather go out in the backyard and have a game of baseball or have a game of football, whatever. It's because I like playing the sport. I would honestly, I play video games, okay? But I would much rather grab a group of people and go play some baseball.
Well, I can't even begin to tell you, and I know we're running long, guys. I'm sorry. I can't tell you how many problems sports has kept me out of. It kept me out of a lot of trouble as a kid.
Sports got me through school.
Number one, it gave me something to do other than go out and cause chaos. What's going on in this world right now? Yeah, I know we're a sports show and we're talking news of the world, but there's a lot of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of, let's just go out and play a game of baseball.
Right.
So, and that's about as political as I'm going to go. Guys, just let us know what you think down below. Again, like and subscribe. Hit that little alarm button so you know when the new podcast comes out.
Yeah, do it. But, in any comments y'all have, any topics that y'all want to discuss, comment.
Yeah, because, we're going to talk about what interests us unless you do.
Right.
So,
but all right, that's all we have for today. All you have?
Ball for life, baby.
Vandy Life.
Get it right.
Okay, let's get it right. I'll be getting it right one day.
All right, brother.
All right. Vandy Life, y'all be blessed.